I just had a message that I wanted to put out for you guys who are dealing with spiritual warfare, right? And you may have kids. This is a twofold message. So, for some of you guys who have kids and you're dealing with spiritual warfare, just know that the work that you're doing on yourself is helping your kids. And your kids right now in the spiritual realm are also helping you because some of them are already here. They're already like born. They even have their own kids. They have spiritual powers and gifts and things like that that they are have access to and they're helping you. And that's why I told you guys it's really important to start getting your kids into that spiritual lifestyle. And a while ago I posted a video about what you can do for your kids if they were ever dealing with any type of spiritual attack. And I'm going to repost that link inside the comment section, okay? So you guys can go ahead and access all of that. Yes, the warfare.io tools, you can use those for the kids as well, for like the clearing and reconnecting to their higher self and all that other stuff, all right? Now, some of you guys, hey, you guys have children who are very gifted and got, you are basically in a situation where you are getting attacked because of who your child is, right? So they want you to be without no money, struggling, and things like that. So it will go on to the child, right? What's happening now is you guys are going to be getting a boost, support, resources, etc., in order for your child to be stable and balanced so that you can be stable and balanced, okay? You have to protect your children at this time. There's a lot of people who sold out and their children are suffering right now. You're going to see a lot come out in the media and in just in the public, in your community, in the days and weeks to come about people getting involved in all kinds of nonsense. Now their children are suffering, living in, having forced to live in hotels long term, not being able to get on the housing list, not being able to get accepted for this and this and that. And it's because of some of the things that the parents were doing. Now, for those of you guys who did not do anything and you're in that situation, God is really working behind the scenes to make sure that all of the chosen ones and their kids are put in a certain position. I did talk about this on my Patreon in regards to illegal reproduction, where there's a thing that happens where karmics will play in your akasha, right? And they will play in a specific akasha that I talked about with the white ibis so that they can become your mother or your father and bring you into chaos and destruction or usurp you or share in your blessings because they know that you're going to have a lot because of who you are in space, in the spiritual realm and your home planet. Some of you guys are dealing with that. You're dealing with your child's father playing in your akasha and your child's akasha. You're dealing with your child's mother playing in your akasha and your child's akasha and bringing them into fuckery and bullshit, keeping them in front of the TV all day, things like that. That's how some of this stuff can manifest. There's going to be a major rectification and like leveling of that. And this is why I had to come and talk about why it's really important that you guys keep your head up and stay focused right now. Because you look at your kids like, okay, I see why this is happening. It's because my children are going to be special and powerful. Let me start putting them in that frequency so they can download gifts and blessings from their higher self so that we all get help. It's all hands on deck. And some of you guys are not getting those blessings because you're not activating your spiritual power and you're not activating your children's spiritual power, okay? And on top of that, one of the things that's happening is your children's spiritual power is being drained through the TV, media, and video games, okay? That's the biggest thing. There's portal magic on all of that. And this is why I made that portal warfare that sucks your children into sucks their ka, a part of their energy body, their astral body into the game or into a vortex or into an alternate reality where their energy is being harvested and used for the enemy. We are breaking down a lot of those realities right now and ending a lot of that stuff. So just stay tuned. But the biggest thing you guys can do is teach your kids how to pull back their energy and how to shield themselves, okay? I'm going to put something up for free that you guys can give to your kids in terms of like disconnecting themselves from the game so they can play the game, but they don't get their soul pulled in, they get their energy back. I think that's something that needs to be done. But those of you guys who have taken my class, the separation class, do that for your kids to separate from the game or like any negative forces, because remember we did some stuff like that. Or yeah, exactly, it's very real. Or one thing that you also want to do is shielding work, protection spells, candle spells, and things like that. Yeah, trying to get your kids back. And that's a large part of the attack right now. Department of Child Protective Services, where they're actually trafficking our kids. They know who your kids are in the spiritual realm, and they're pulling them into that system to start stuff. There's also, you're going to see a lot of that system. You're going to see a two-tier system where there's going to be the kids that get a lot of benefits from that system and protected because their parents are like fucked up and they don't have anywhere to go, and that system is going to be made better for them. They need to be taken away. And you're going to see a lot of children suffer because they got pulled into this reality playing in the Akasha, or their parents are wayward, or they're illegals. It's scandalous. It's fucked up, but that's the case here. Their parents put them into that situation. Now, this is why it's important to stay connected to your higher self, so you know where you fall on this spectrum. To see where you fall on this spectrum, right? Because, I'm dealing with CPS and my kid got taken away. Are you saying that I'm this? No. Some of that is targeting. But some of these karmics, you know how they get down, or you know how you get down, and that's why your child got taken away. You were being neglectful. You were acting out. You were bringing them around a lot of madness and nonsense. And God saw it fit to have them removed. Now, one of the things that's currently happening with a lot of karmics, and it's going to hurt you guys to see this, but that's none of your business. A lot of these karmics are getting their kids taken away. They're being put in fucked up situations because they were using these kids to get benefits. Oh, I'll have a baby and I'll be able to get welfare forever. Or, I'm going to be in this child's Akasha and then I'll be their mother and be able to get this and that because of them or their energy. Or just having children to play games with masculines, or getting feminines pregnant to play games with them, and a whole bunch of stuff going on. And this is one of the things that had happened with Stephanie. You guys don't know that her kids got taken away. And this is the talk of Toronto because we helped her mom, which is the kid's grandma, get a new house. We helped her raise money, got a new house. She has custody of Stephanie's 2 kids, and her kids think that I'm their godmother. And I accept that, and that's fine. I'm godmother to a lot of children who their parents worked against me, and that's okay because I know what's going on spiritually. And her kids are always, they're very sweet children. They send me love. We've helped them out. We've done a lot for them. And this is the talk of Toronto right now. People are getting their kids took. And she was posting some little boy on her channel because people are asking, where are your kids? And that's not her son. And one of the things that's also happening too is a lot of the ramifications of spell work manifesting in these kids' life in regards to kids coming out with developmental delays, learning disorders, behavior issues, hating their parents, etc. That's why, if you're playing with spell work and you're pregnant or you have children, I really encourage you to stop. And one example I can give is the little boy that she was posting. And he has a developmental disorder that she gave the mother when she was pregnant with magic, and he has trisomy 34, which is basically when there's 2 specific nerves that are supposed to conduct electrical and nerve impulse in order to communicate with one another, to send messages that go from the input aspect of the brain that brings in information, language, speech, to the out part section of the brain that processes that information and puts it out either through speech or written word or understanding. And I let her know that that's the reason why you're going through that, right? But she was playing with her. And this is one of the ramifications. Luckily, there's work to abate that, right? But this is how some of these kids suffer. Some of these karmics now, their kids are suffering. They have heart issues, mental issues, emotional issues, all kinds of stuff. And it's because of the magic that they did. Some of you guys, you were hit up during your pregnancy. You didn't do anything. And your child may have like what you think to be autism or Down syndrome or things like that. There's support for that. Yeah, she's satisfied with her. Yeah, she wants more morphine. She's seen the change. She wants more. Yeah, you can go ahead and do it. She was on at first, but she saw the changes to be like, okay, good. There you go. And these kids are suffering because their parents are playing with spell work or doing very sinister things, misbehaving, tampering with other kids, other people's children, tampering with other people's livelihood. And now things are falling out. Some of you guys have come trisomy, trisomy. Your son has cerebral palsy because as he was coming down into his physical body, he was being hit with magic. There's a way to help him out. Luckily, there's works for that, which is like one of the reasons why they were trying to stop my platform from coming up, because then they can't make money for this. Here, let me help your son. One of the things that you can help him with is like laying down flat on his back and stretching back and forth. And then there's also, he has like some type of heavy metal that's circulating through his blood, and it's calcifying and caking up in his circle of Willis. So he needs a lot of like herbal work. Like you need to get him some yeah, his higher self is around, like he's been trying to work with his physical body. He needs some dandelion and milk thistle to clear him up, so that that is not a problem for the blood flow to his brain, and then his ability to like articulate properly, learn properly, etc. And he was getting hit with magic, and the individuals that were hitting him with magic, you do not know them in their physical body. These are people, your enemies out in the spiritual realm, who did not want him to be who he was supposed to be on the planet, and he's still going to accomplish his goal and his mission. So with these children ending up suffering now, we see problems where there's something currently going on. Like, for instance, Los Angeles, in the news, they were saying that 50,000 children missed the first day of school, LAUSD. A lot of these kids are missing. A lot of these kids, their parents got deported and they went back with them to their home country. What happened was, a big thing that happened was a lot of the Latino and Hispanic community were getting recruited to do spell work, to work for certain people, to do this. So, my daughter has severe autism, but I'm wondering if it's something else. Your daughter has, you're thinking your daughter has autism. She actually has trisomy number 74, wherein there's a specific etheric system that communicates with a third and fourth etheric system that has been completely tampered with due to some type of work that was being done on you while you were pregnant. Okay, so she has trisomy number 74. Right. So, yeah, exactly. So one of the things that happened with those families was basically a lot of them got caught up. Like, I'm an immigrant. I need money. How can I get this? How can I get that? And they were tricked into like, oh, do brujeria or get involved in this or get involved in doing that or that. I told you guys about the large gang stalking that exploded and it turned into a big investigation. A lot of those parents got deported. A lot of them lost money because of the work that they were doing, and they just wanted to feed their families. And a lot of those kids are now out on the streets. They're homeless with their families. And there was a report that was done by the LA County point in time homeless count. They do it like once a year. And 46% of Los Angeles County's homeless population is Hispanic Latino, right? Because these families got put out of their homes and stuff like that. And I grew up in the Hispanic community in Hayward. And anybody that knows the Latin community, they will always have their housing. You really don't see them a lot in these type of situations because they will live together, share each other's resources, etc. So for that to be the case, it's like the things that their parents were doing were trickling down onto them, right? And this is also true for a lot of you guys that need to get into your self-care, like not practicing certain things around your kids so they don't pick those things up, and also paying attention to what you smoking in front of your children, specifically smoking, bringing certain chemicals around them, not educating them on who they are, bring them into the kitchen to cook with you, eating healthier food, all this type of stuff. Those things will trickle down onto your children and then their children. And this is how you break the generational cycles, right? And a lot of that is being rectified right now. So this is what you... So this is what is currently happening now. How can I cleanse him? I told you about the heavy metals, milk thistle and dandelion, also doing the DNA clearing and healing. And there are works that you can do to rebuild the muscle and rebuild the bone structure. Okay. If you've seen one of those handheld massage guns, he needs that because his muscles are stiff that allow certain chemicals to like cake up into his like muscle cells where he's like stiff and can't like his muscles can't grow properly, but he still has human growth hormone running through his body, so he can still go ahead and develop properly, if that makes some sense. You don't need to get on Patreon and pay. Just email me if you need like some work done for your son. I'll help out with that. You submitted your master form. Yes, you submitted your master form. It was approved. Some of the people that were put in there, they were not the people. There's two other people that you know of. They're the people. They're playing with some type of confusion and illusion work to make it seem like the people that you put in there are the problem. Just redo it. Okay. Oracle of the Mermaid, redo it with the two other people that have been causing problems. So, yes, your daughter's 15. She doesn't speak but loves music. That's very good. And there's a reason why, because she has a musical talent that they were trying to take from her. That's why they were attacking you so badly. She's on the planet of Grakazawan Aranai, the people that originated sound. So, yes, I'm happy to hear that. I'm going to put out a book about trisomies and how that relates to spell work. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been online. I will say that this week I've been more resting. Like I said, me and my twin, we just moved, but I've been resting because I went through a very serious death ritual. It was like really wild. I'm okay, but like sometimes you have to recover your energy because after these things happen, I always get like a DNA upgrade or like a new system or a change to something in my body that where basically I'm immune to the attacks moving forward. And that's how it should be for all of you guys too, if you're doing your healing work and your clearing work, right? That's why you do some of this work, okay? So then you develop a specific like body or activate a DNA sequence or some type of protective force where this cannot happen to you again, right? So I'm sending love to all of you guys. And I just want to remind you guys, really more for the karmics that you guys have children, pay attention because you're ruining your kid's life. But wasn't that your entire purpose in the first place, right? Be very careful, especially when you're attacking people that have children, because a lot of you guys have attacked divine feminines and divine masculines, and they have kids that are special too, right? And maybe their kids are not here just yet, but it translated up and it went up into the spiritual realm. And this is why you're getting what you're getting now, because you attacked righteous people. A righteous anger from God. Yeah, it's going down right now. So there's a whole lot more that I'm going to be teaching you guys, but please take care. And if you guys need help with your kids, just let me know. I've helped people like with a lot of stuff. Somebody got mad at me because her kids got the a specific work done. I can speak, I can learn, I can work, and it's for kids who have developmental delays and Down syndrome, things like that. And they went to the benefits recertification meeting with SSI, and they were telling the benefits counselor that their godmom put a spell on them and they can talk and they feel better and they don't want to take pills anymore. They don't want to be on SSI. They want to work. And one of them checked himself into the foster care system because his mother kept on trying to like dumb him down and make him take drugs so she can get benefits and do stupid shit with niggas. Anyways, you guys. Oh, and okay. So basically, Oracle, you wanted to know who was doing that. That's what you were trying to ask. Can I confirm for you so that you put the right people in? And isn't that great how it works, right? Because one of them was approved, but the other two, it was the wrong people. So go ahead and put that in again. And it's fine. You don't have to pay again. You're fine. Family, pray to your guys in support of Killian, our son. Yeah, praying for him. He's okay. I just saw his higher self flash. He has like dark hair, like olive skin tone. As I did the work on him, his higher self looked down like, oh, okay, my buddy's getting the work. He's going to be okay. He's a good kid. Up in space, he's studying to be a high priest. I'm a high priest. And he does. He's not a bad kid. So you guys are going to be okay. So please just, again, pay attention to the time that we're in, because a lot of you guys think, oh, well, I have kids, I can get housing services. It's not going to be like that. The whole system's going to be revamped. If you're a part of bullshit or fuckery, I'm telling you now, you're not going to get the help that you thought you were going to get just because you got kids or something like that. Those days are over. The system is inverted. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Bye.